Chapter 5 Season 4 has been out for a few weeks, and this is definitely one of the best Fortnite seasons of all time. But today, guys, we're looking at the 36 sweatiest items in Fortnite. This is going to be a list of the best gliders, back blinks, pickaxes, skins, and so much more. So make sure you guys watch this entire video and let me know what items you are using in the comments down below. We need to start off with the one and only brilliant cutters, though. These are actually the pickaxes designed for the Emma Frost skin. I feel like this skin has been so underrated in Fortnite. It is definitely one of the better pickaxes from this battle pass as well. A lot of the battle passes that we do see never really gain too much popularity. I feel like they are always some of the more underrated items from each season's battle pass, but this season the brilliant cutters deserve to be a lot more popular and tryhard. They have a really simplistic design, so they are going to work in with every single skin in your locker, but I feel like the one biggest difference about these is that a lot of people don't really like using the dual wielded pickaxes in Fortnite just because they are so detailed and do change around a lot of how your combo actually looks. So if you guys do want a more default styled pickaxe in Fortnite, then the TVA time stick is going to be a better choice. This is one of the more underrated pickaxes that we have in the game as well. This wasn't actually part of the Marvel collab that we had this season with the battle pass, but this actually came at the start of chapter 5 when we had the second Loki collab added to the game. The TVA time stick obviously plays a major part in the Loki TV show, so it was obvious that this is going to be added to Fortnite when the second Loki collab was announced. I really like this pickaxe. I feel like we just have so many Marvel items now in the game that some of these older ones do get overlooked, especially now that we are in a brand new battle pass, and that is exactly what has happened to the TVA time stick. Let's move on though to our first skin, and we need to talk about Chani. This is one of my all-time favorite skins. It has definitely been one of the more tryhard skins in the game as well, but it doesn't really get the popularity that it deserves because it has been in Fortnite for a really long time and doesn't feature in the store that often. I mean, it was first added back during Chapter 2 Season 8 when we had the first June movie added to the game. I feel like not too many people really knew what June was, or they hadn't really seen the movie just yet. And then when the second June movie was released, Fortnite didn't even add this back to the item shop. We had no new cosmetics for this, so I feel like that was definitely a missed opportunity and would have made this skin a lot better. Still though, it is one of the more tryhard skins and one of the more simplistic ones that we have today. That takes us for the guys to the number 33 position, and we have the handheld missile. Yes guys, the handheld missile is coming in next. This is also part of the battle pass. We talked about the brilliant cutters a little bit earlier on, but I feel like the handheld missile is just a little bit better. This is the pickaxe design for the war machine skin. We do also have two different edit styles for this so far in Fortnite, and I feel like we could get even more as the season progresses. The Iron Patriot edit style is honestly my favorite one, but it is really hard to find a skin that is going to work in with this if you are not using the Iron Patriot edit style of the war machine, so that is probably why I feel like the default style of this pickaxe is going to be the better one. We need to move on though guys, and next up we have Domino. This is definitely one of the best skins that we have in the game. I feel like this is so well done as well, and maybe since we are in a Marvel season, I just thought we had to include this skin in this video. It is definitely one of the sweatiest skins we have. I just feel like it is really underrated as well. I know we've talked about a lot of underrated skins and items so far, but that definitely changes because now we are moving on to one of the most popular tryhard items in the game, and this is the Gold Crow. The Gold Crow has just been one of the best pickaxes Fortnite has ever designed. You can pick this up for 1,200 V-Bucks, and you do get this in a bundle with two other pickaxes as well, so it is definitely worth it. I feel like this does feature in the store quite often as well. There was a remake of the crowbar which was added back during Chapter 1 Season 5, and is so rare because you can no longer get that item today, but this has been so popular in Fortnite, I don't see that changing anytime soon, and if anything, they are probably going to be adding more crowbars to the game in the next few seasons. Obviously, this has been in the game for a while though, so let's move on to something that has just been added to Fortnite, and this is Gwenpool. Now, this is the Tier 1 skin from the Chapter 5 Season 4 Battle Pass. This is going to be so popular, especially over the last few weeks since the season just started. The Tier 1 skin is always really popular and tryhard. I feel like the Tier 1 skin in a lot of ways is more important in the Battle Pass than a Tier 100 skin, because a lot of people buy the Battle Pass for the first few weeks and then maybe don't play it too much and might not complete complete the battle pass, but everyone always unlocks the tier 1 skin, and even if you don't really grind out the battle pass too much, but are a member of the Fortnite crew bundle, then you get the battle pass for free and would have this skin in your locker straight away. Gwenpool is a really good tier 1 skin though. We've already seen pros and streamers using this in the more competitive game modes, and maybe that is just because it is part of battle pass at the moment, and maybe that will change as the season progresses, but honestly I feel like this is one of the best Marvel skins in the game right now. Let's move on though, guys, and next up we have the Icebreaker. This is definitely being one of the more Tryhard pickaxes that we have seen as well, and it is going to be the perfect pickaxe to use with something like Gwenpool. You can actually pick this up for 500 V-Bucks, making it one of the cheapest pickaxes that we have in the game. It is really hard to find a pickaxe that is cheaper than this unless it is for free, but this is definitely one that you guys need to own today. It is sort of surprising how good this has been as well, because it has been in Fortnite since Chapter 1, Season 1, so it has been in the game since the very beginning, and is still one of the best items we have ever seen. I would have loved to get some different color variants for this, but this could always be something they do add in the future. Let's move on though to our next skin, and this is the Surf Witch. I mean, this has definitely dropped off in popularity over the last few seasons. If you guys remember back during Chapter 2, I mean, this was almost one of the most popular skins that we had in the game. So many people using this, not just in the Tryhard game modes or the Arena game mode that we had back then, but in basically every single game you would come across so many people using this skin. It was so well done, but I feel like now that it just has been in Fortnite for such a long time, and we haven't had any new edit styles or any remakes of this skin being added to the game, it has definitely dropped off a lot, to the point now where we don't really see too many people using it. I just feel like because it has been so tryhard over the last few years in Fortnite, we had to include it in this video. So if you guys have been using this, then make sure to let me know in the comments down below. We then move on though, guys, to our next item, and this is IG-11. Now this might be a little bit more of a unique skin. This is part of the Star Wars franchise, and we all know that the Star Wars items never really get too popular or tryhard in Fortnite, but I actually really like IG-11. I feel like it has a lot of potential to be one of the more tryhard male skins that we have in the game today. I feel like IG-11 is a little bit more unique than some of the other Star Wars skins that we have in the game though. A lot of the Star Wars items are quite big and bulky. They do have a lot of detail to them, but IG-11 sort of goes the other way. It has a lot of detail, but it is so slim and skinny compared to a lot of the other skins that we have. And if we know anything from the male skins in Fortnite, it is always some of these slimmer ones that end up becoming more tryhard. We never really see any of those thicker or bigger skins being that popular, so I feel like IG-11 could easily become one of the best male skins that we have today. Let's move forward, guys, to the number 26 position, and we have the Widow's Bite. This is actually one of the rarest pickaxes we had ever seen in Fortnite. So many people wanted to own this, but it really only featured in the store once back during Chapter 1 Season 8, and then at the start of Fortnite Chapter 5, they decided to add this back to the store, along with the original Black Widow skin as well, and this instantly became one of the more popular pickaxes that we have seen. I feel like a lot of people are using this in the more competitive game modes just because of how rare it used to be. We still don't really see that many people using it today, so I still feel like it is quite rare as well. And maybe now, because we just have so many Marvel items in the game, people sort of forget this even exists, but it is definitely worth buying the next time it's in the store. But one item that will never be added back to the game is Jewels. This is part of the Chapter 2 Season 3 Battle Pass. You could actually sort of unlock this quite early on during that season, but I feel like it was so underrated just because all of the other skins that we had prior to this battle pass releasing were just so well done. We also didn't get any super edit styles for this, which definitely was a mistake. This would have made it one of the best skins of all time, but it has definitely made a resurgence over the last few seasons, and I feel like a lot of pros and streamers are using this in the more competitive game modes. We have had this skin remade a few times as well, which just makes it even better, but hopefully this can increasingly get more and more popular over the next few weeks. Let's move on though to one of the more OG pickaxes that we have in Fortnite, and this is the Driver. The Driver is a 500 V-Buck pickaxe that we have in Fortnite. This is very similar to the Icebreaker, but I feel like a lot more people have been using the Driver over the last few weeks. The amazing thing about some of these pickaxes though is that you can just pair them with every single skin in your locker, so it isn't like this is only going to work with one or two different skins. This is literally going to work with every single thing that you have. That includes all of the brand new Battle Pass items items, and even the Bright Raider that was added last season. This is definitely one of my favorite Battle Pass skins we've seen in a while. I would love to be including this higher up in this video as well, but obviously the downside to these older Battle Pass skins is that they usually don't return to the popularity that they had during that season. So the Bright Raider is obviously the most popular item that we had during Chapter 5 Season 3. It was the best Battle Pass skin that we had as well, but it probably won't become as popular this season as it was last season, just because we have so many brand new items in the game right now. One pickaxe that I feel like will also drop off this season is going to be the studded axe. Now, this is one of my personal favorite items we've ever seen in Fortnite. I feel like this is going to be so tryhard in the future as well, but the one downside to this is that it does just have the one style, and we see a lot of pickaxes looking very similar to this. You can actually pick this up for 800 V-Bucks though. A lot of people actually consider this to be one of the most tryhard pickaxes that we have in the game because it has a competitive advantage like we have never seen before. This is the quietest pickaxe in the history of the game. It makes almost no sound, which is so crazy. I cannot believe Fortnite have never fixed this or done anything about it, but it is still one of the best items they have ever designed. A lot of people have been using this with some of the more tryhard skins like the Polo Prodigy as well, and honestly I feel like that is one of the coolest things. The Polo Prodigy is an amazing skin in Fortnite. This was actually added a few seasons ago with the Ralph Lauren collab, and even though this wasn't really too popular when it first got added, over the last few seasons it has definitely gained a lot more popularity to the point now where it is one of the best skins that we have. A lot of people are using this, it just doesn't feature in the store that often, so if Fortnite do add this back very soon, I feel like a lot of people are going to end up buying this again. The clothing collabs have been some of the most underrated items that we have in Fortnite, but if you guys are lucky enough to own them, then hopefully you realize how good these skins actually are. Let's move on guys to one of the newest skins in the game, and this is Shuri. This is actually the tier 100 skin from this season's Battle Pass. We've already talked about a lot of items that has been added to the game this season, but I feel like Shuri is definitely one of the more underrated ones. I mean, we have just seen so many people using some of the other Battle Pass skins. Obviously, it is a grind to unlock the tier 100 item, so if you guys don't have this already, then you probably are grinding out the challenges to get it as soon as possible. I feel like the best part about this though is that how many amazing styles you can unlock for this skin almost straight away. Usually a lot of Battle Pass skins have one style on one page, then maybe a secondary style on the next page, and then super edit styles that are a massive grind to unlock, but I feel like with Shuri we already have a bunch of different styles that you unlock straight away. This is going to be really exciting, especially as we do get more styles in the future. It is only going to improve this skin even more, and I cannot wait to see it. If you guys are looking for a pickaxe to match with this though, you could always end up using something like Jack's Cutlass and Bane. These are some of the more interesting pickaxes that we had last season. They were added to the game during Chapter 5 Season 3. We sort of had a mini Pirates of the Caribbean pass added that season, which was really clean. Fortnite seemed to be doing one every single season, so I cannot wait to see what they do this season, but this was definitely one of the coolest ones we have seen in a long time. All of the items were really clean. The skins never really got the popularity that I feel like they deserved, but hopefully now that they have been in the game for a while and the Battle Pass has been out for a while as well, more and more people can start using some of these other items that we got last season, like Jack's Cutlass and Bane. You could also pair this with some of the more creative skins that you have in Fortnite, and one of them is going to be Caper. Caper is definitely one of the more detailed skins we have seen in Fortnite. A lot of people thought this might actually end up overtaking the superhero skins that we had in the game because there are just so many ways you can customize them that we have never seen before. I mean, you can change around the colors of the skin, you can change around the design of the mask as well, pretty similar to the superhero skins, but what makes this even better is that you could also add little emotes and stickers from your locker to this, which is going to make this one of the best skins in the game. I feel like because there was so much creativity though, this almost held people back from actually buying them because there were way too many options, and people might have just preferred to use one of the more simplistic skins that we have in Fortnite, and one of them was the Champion Sparkplug. We get a brand new FNCS skin every single season, and Champion Sparkplug is one of the best we have ever seen. I mean, they are seeming to remake some of the more tryhard skins that we have in Fortnite. It seems like this season they're going to be remaking Kuno and Renzo the Destroyer, and I cannot wait for them, but for right now, Champion Sparkplug is arguably the best one that we have seen. I would have loved to see some more edit styles for this. That could always be something they do add in the future. But now that these skins are returning to the store and of course getting their own cups every single season, it looks like these are going to be some of the more popular skins moving forward. If you guys do want to use an underrated pickaxe with these though, then I feel like the Reaver's Revenge might actually be a really good one for you. No, this isn't the Raider's Revenge, which is one of the rarest pickaxes of all time. This is the Reaver's Revenge that was added with the Boss Obsidian skin right at the end of Chapter 5 Season 3. This is again one of those underrated skins. Whenever they add brand new cosmetics to the game right at the end of a season, they always get overlooked, but I feel like for the moment this has definitely been one of the best ones. What is so good about this as well is that we did see pros and streamers like Click starting to use it, and because he is so popular in Fortnite, whenever he starts using skins, I feel like they are only going to get more and more popular, and the same goes for pickaxes as well. So the fact that he has been using Reaver's Revenge, maybe not right now, but in the past, he's only going to make this more and more popular this season. One item that probably won't be returning to the game anytime soon though is going to be Loveless. This is added back to the Fortnite crew bundle a few months ago. I mean, this was added back during Chapter 3, so it is definitely one of the older Fortnite crew skins we have seen. I really do like this though. It would have benefited a lot from the updated Fortnite crew series, now that we get 6 edit styles for each skin, one for every month that you are subscribed to the bundle. These skins only get better and better, but obviously since Loveless was added before this, we just basically have one style for it, and you can change around the pattern on the mask, but that doesn't really change around the overall design of this. Another item that could definitely benefit from some more edit styles though has to be the Star Wand. This is a little bit older than Loveless, having been in the game since Chapter 1 Season 8. I think this is one of the cleanest pickaxes we are ever going to see. It is definitely one of the most Tryhard ones as well, but it has just started to drop off over the last few seasons, and that is why it is coming in at the number 14 position. If Fortnite did add the Scully Scepter as an edit style for this, then a lot more people would be using it, and I feel like it would become one of the best pickaxes that we have today once again. But until that happens, it is only going to slowly drop off in popularity. Let's move forward, guys, and next up we have Catwoman. Now we do have a few different styles of Catwoman in Fortnite, but we are actually talking about the comic book Catwoman skin for this video. This is the one that all the pros and streamers have been using. This is probably the better one out of the two as well, but if you are like me and don't own the original comic book Catwoman skin, then you can just use the Catwoman Zero skin that we got a few seasons later. This was one of the more interesting skins though, because I feel like its popularity sort of came out of nowhere. It wasn't really known as one of the best skins from the DC franchise. We just had a bunch of pros and streamers using it all of a sudden, and now that it is one of the best skins in the game, it seems like everyone already had this in their locker, and unfortunately for me, I never ended up buying it, so I'm just waiting for this to return to the game. Another skin that is actually pretty similar to this though has to be the Psycho Bandit. This is added back during Chapter 1 Season 10. It is one of the best male skins we have ever seen, and if you are like me and didn't end up buying it back then, you just haven't had another opportunity to get it. This is one of the cleanest skins that we have though. It is one of my all-time favorites, especially from a male skin as well. A lot of the male skins are never really that good, but this has definitely been one of the best ones, so I cannot wait to see if this does get added back to the store in the future. We need to move on though, guys, to the number 11 position, and we have the Force Lance. This is one of the more interesting pickaxes in this video. We talked about the IG-11 earlier from the Star Wars franchise, and the Force Lance was added to the game at the same time, but this is actually a pickaxe designed for the Moff Gideon skin. I really like this. I think this is going to be one of the better Star Wars pickaxes that we do see as well. The design of it is so unique. It is so different to everything we have seen from the Star Wars franchise before as well. And in my opinion, does remind me a little bit of a lightsaber, which I feel like is a pickaxe design we've been waiting for such a long time. It is also quite simplistic, so you can use this with skins like the Adidas skins that were added during Chapter 5 Season 3. I love the fact that we have the Adidas skins in Fortnite. They are very similar to Caper though, where there are just so many different ways you can customize them that it is a little bit overwhelming, and people are just preferring to use these superhero skins. Still though, if you guys do like the way these look, make sure you pick them up the next time it's in the store. I feel like these could be very similar to something like the Polo Prodigy, but they aren't really that popular when they first get added, but after a few weeks and seasons, they really start to gain popularity and become some of the best skins we have in the game. You are going to need a pickaxe that is going to fit in with every single style for this though, and one of them is going going to be the Leviathan Axe. I mean, this does set you back 1,000 V-Bucks, but this is going to fit in with everything in your locker. There are so many different ways that you can use this. It is also one of the most detailed pickaxes that we have in the game. It is a single-handed pickaxe, it has a custom animation, and it is reactive, so it just has to be one of the best items we are ever going to see. A lot of people have actually been pairing this with something like the Siren skin, just because of how tryhard this has been in the past as well. Luckily for you though, Siren does feature in the store a lot more often, so if you are waiting for this to be added back to the store, it'll probably only be 1 or 2 weeks before this is added back. I would love to get some more styles for this. We obviously did get a brand new style at the start of Chapter 5. It did improve this skin a lot, but I feel like some more styles would just make it even better. That takes us forward though to the number 7 position, and we have the Harley Hitter. This is one of the best DC pickaxes in the entire game, and probably the best DC pickaxe we've ever seen. I don't think that is going to be changing anytime soon. The only way they could make this even better though is by adding an edit style for this that is designed for the Rebirth Harley Quinn skin. That would have been so cool to see. I'm sort of surprised they didn't actually do it, considering Rebirth Harley Quinn was a remade skin, not just edit styles for the original Harley Quinn. So I don't know why they didn't add more styles for this or even a new pickaxe, but that would have been really cool to see. Let's move on guys, and next up we have Deadpool. Yes, it might be a little bit interesting that we are talking about Deadpool in a video for the sweatiest items, but I actually think this is one of the better Marvel skins that we have had in the game. The Deadpool and Wolverine movie was so hyped, so many people were excited to see it, and for that reason this became one of the more popular skins as well. I feel like they've done an amazing job. It would have been good to get an edit style where you can turn the gradient shading off. I feel like a default style of this would have been a lot better, but we already had a Deadpool skin in Fortnite, so I sort of understand why they didn't actually do this. Let's move on guys to our next skin, and this is Jack Sparrow. Yes, Jack Sparrow has still been one of the best skins in Fortnite for right now. I feel like there are definitely going to be some better skins to get added this season that'll only push this further and further down the list, but for right now I just feel like this has been so good we had to talk about it in this video. We did mention Jack's Cutlass and Bane. You could always swap this out for Elizabeth Swan as well if you do prefer that skin, but that is completely up to you guys, and let me know in the comments down below which one you end up going with. The Cursed Jack Sparrow has to be the best style out of the two though, and you did of course get this in the mini battle pass that was added last season. Let's move on guys to our best pickaxe, and I feel like we have to go with Yoda's Cane. Now it might be a little bit of a surprise that we are including it so high up in this video, but I really do like Yoda's Cane. I feel like there are some amazing collab pickaxes that we have in Fortnite, but Yoda's Cane has been really popular since it was added. It is so iconic because it is Yoda's cane, and that just makes this even cooler. It is really simplistic, really small, so it is going to fit in with every single item that you have, and this is only going to get better the more times that it features in the store. One skin that is going to be absolutely perfect for this though has to be Emma Frost. Now we could have included this in at the number 1 position. I just think it has been so well done, and there are so many edit styles for this that really make it one of the best skins in the game. The diamond edit style is my favorite though. I also cannot wait to see what super edit styles we get for these skins in the future, because that is just going to make this even better. But let me know which skin is your favorite from this season's battle pass in the comments down below. That takes us forward though to the number 2 position, and we have the superhero skins. I feel like this is no surprise. The superhero skins are always some of the best items we have in Fortnite. They've just been so popular and so tryhard since they were first added during Chapter 2 Season 4 in the original Marvel season, and now that we are in Chapter 5 Season 4, the second Marvel season, they are still the best skins in the game. It is honestly kind of crazy. I cannot wait to see if they do add more styles for this in the future, or maybe even remake them for an upcoming FNCS tournament or something like that, but this is definitely one skin that you guys need to buy. But it isn't the best item for you in Fortnite for Chapter 5 Season 4, because we had to go with the entire Chapter 5 Season 4 Battle Pass. I mean, you guys can pick this up for only 950 V-Bucks. It is so cheap. It is one of the cheapest items that you can actually buy. A lot of skins in Fortnite do cost 1,200 V-Bucks, so the fact that you get an entire Battle Pass for such a cheap price is honestly so crazy. I love these a lot. This season's Battle Pass has been so incredible as well, just because of how many Marvel items that we do actually have, and even though these don't always end up becoming quite tryhard in Fortnite, we just had to include it in this video. But there you guys go, that is my list for the 36 sweatiest Fortnite items you can buy today. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite, and I'll see you guys next time.